Hey, and welcome to the Fellowship of Fan Hobbit Day celebration stream. We are gathered here today to do something a little different. We haven't done before, as you can see. I'm not in my office. Shiv's not in his office. We are doing a cooking stream for Hobbit Day. Uh, Before we get into it, I should probably go ahead and introduce who we've got with us today. We're joined by V. Would you like to introduce yourself? Say hello.
Hello everyone. As you can see, I'm not in the kitchen, so I will be just doing the judging along with some beer, and which I will pour in now, so that we can see the men how they will do with the. So yeah, let's get into it.
It's time to get. We're gonna get turnt. um, we've got Shiv here as well. Shiv, mind telling us what you've got going on? How are you doing?
Howdy. I definitely am cheating because I'm enlisting Kylie. She is a great chef and will probably be taking the reins. She's the Mary to my Pippin, so we'll see. And if all else fails, we have the trusty fire extinguisher, so we're ready.
Perfect. Oh boy. Well, yeah. So the idea, or at least the idea in theory, was that we wanted to do the world's largest second breakfast by having a breakfast that spanned over different states and countries, and everyone could send in submissions. Thanks to those of you who did send in submissions, but it's still ongoing. Even if you want to send in a submission while we're live, just let us know in the chat, and you can be included in this historical event. I've got something in the oven right now. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but we're going to be making our contributions to the stream, as well as talking about some of the latest Rings of Power, Lord of the Rings news, just celebrating everything Tolkien, I think. Yeah, so that's pretty much the premise. Thank you for everyone who's shown up, and salted pork is particular. It is good, and it will be cooked by one format or another. So we'll start off. I'll go ahead and say what I am going to try to be making for the stream. Shiv, did you ever have those cooking books when you were younger that were like themed for like some sort of like IP, like Shrek cookbook or like Disney Princess cookbook, and they just throw in a random character's name to just like a regular dish, like Peter Pan's cheeseburger or something, and it's just a regular ass cheeseburger, and there's nothing extraordinary about it.
Yeah. But we're basically doing the same thing today. We picked a standard recipe and we're slapping Bilbo's name in front of it. So
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing Sam's twice baked potatoes. It's not officially licensed, but I'll be doing my best to try and make them.
I
I'm
mean, if you
doing
boil them, mash them, or stick them in a stew, it's fine by us.
right
It's
now.
perfect.
I'm cooking them, so it doesn't even fit into the three tenets. I think I already failed incorporating. I will mash them at some point though, but to keep it interesting, I'm doing no recipe. I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm not even measuring. I'm just gonna try to see if I can pull this off because I've never made these before. It seems easy enough, but we'll see if it is in actuality. Katie, welcome, says still trying to decide what to have for lunch today to start Hobbit Day celebrations. Ooh, that's a good question. You can cook something along with us, and you can make your own twice baked potatoes that'll probably turn out a little bit better looking than mine, I'm sure. Yeah, Shiv, you want to give us a little bit of insight about what you're cooking today? Oh, looks like Shiv might be muted.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We'll be doing Bilbo's tea cakes, and we're gonna do a lemon flavor for that. And I'll actually put in the chat the recipe we're going to be following.
Oh man, yeah. We did cover.
If anyone wants to join in on this, they definitely can. But it's not Middle Earth branded. But we did see that Bilbo was fond of his tea cakes, and I like lemon, so I'm like, okay, we'll just combine the two and do lemon tea cake. And Kylie would be doing all the heavy lifting, so we'll go to that camera in a second, and she'll start.
Yeah, if you want to make the recipe I'm making, you'll just have to watch the stream because I don't even know how it's going to turn out. It's just going to be figured out as I go. I think I've got about 8 minutes left, so I did a little bit of a pre-work on this. Because you got to cook the potatoes, I assume, because if it's twice baked potatoes, you got to bake it at least once. So the first bake of the twice bake is currently underway, and then once that's done, I'll start prep. But in the meantime, yeah, it's worth acknowledging today is the, I believe, 88th anniversary of The Hobbit, which is crazy, and I honestly didn't even realize that was today when we were planning it. I think I'd looked this up maybe a while ago, but it totally slipped my mind. So even though we're a day earlier than the actual Hobbit Day, we're still celebrating a Hobbit Day, if it makes sense,
I
and it's
mean,
valid.
I have a funny story about that. The first year I got Fellowship of Fan Twitter, I didn't know about the distinction between the Hobbit Day of the release of The Hobbit and the Hobbit Day of birthday of Bilbo and Frodo. So I made a post when I saw that it was the anniversary of the release of The Hobbit, of the book, and I named it myself Hobbit Day. And I had a bunch of people jump on the feed telling me that it's not the actual Hobbit Day and that I'm stupid and stuff.
Oh,
I mean, I guess. So yeah, that's definitely not confusing at all. So don't worry about it. I've already made some mistake with posting about it.
man. Well, you're in good company today, at least, because every day is Hobbit Day, as far as I'm concerned, and we will just today will be our Hobbit Day in every sense of the word, unless we set our kitchens on fire, then we're just gonna agree to never talk about this again.
I mean, still, it's a very Merry and Pippin way to go about it. So I will
Yeah.
start with Hobbit Day.
There's a chance it could get pretty crazy. There's not a lot of ventilation. I don't know if you can kind of see my setup here. My kitchen is very much just like a little like cube. There's no windows in here, and it just kind of like funnels out that way. So there's no ventilation. So if the fire alarm goes off, and unfortunately won't be the first time it's happened on a Fellowship of Fans stream. But yeah, we're just gonna take it away. We'll talk about some things. Our dear, the leader of our troop, Harry, is also with us today. He's kind of doing some behind the scenes, but we've got some cool things to talk about. It's been a while since we've done a stream talking about Lord of the Rings or Rings of Power. So there's a couple updates to go over. We'll probably try to talk about during some of the lulls while we're waiting for things to finish cooking, like I am right now. And Harry will be here to prompt us with some things to talk about. We've got some cool updates, and we're just gonna have a fun stream, talk about Tolkien. Feel free to share your favorite memories in the chat. Send in quick messages about what Tolkien means to you. If there's anything you want to share or talk about, be sure to throw it up. Harry's going to be putting your comments up right here, and we can talk about it. And we're just going to have a chill conversation, chat, make some good food. Shiv will probably make some good food. I'll make something that's hopefully edible because I have to take it to a party later. So there's a lot on the line today. It's a high stakes stream, but it should be fun. So thank you for joining us. Again, it's not too late to send in submissions. If you want to make a tweet under the hashtag World's Largest Second Breakfast 2025, or you can record a quick 15-second video and send it to us at info@fellowshipoffans.com. But yeah, We've got a message from the Melon Heads. Just popping in for a flight. We'll try not to have the meat raw and wriggly. I'll hopefully cook. I'm planning on putting bacon in it. We'll see. If it doesn't turn out right, then I won't. Yeah. Well, Shiv, why don't you take us away then with your tea cakes?
Right. I'll switch cameras here. So this is going to be
Yeah, wait till you see this.
tea cakes. All right.
Oh man.
So Kylie, you ready?
I hope so. Do I say what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure. So today we're gonna make Bilbo's tea cakes. They are lemon flavored, and they start off with adding some flour and 1.5 cups of flour, about a half teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. You just put that all in there. You whisk it around, make sure it's all mixed up. You'll set that aside, and you have 1 stick of butter or a half cup that you're going to put into your mixer and cream it up. Just make sure that it's everything is room temperature, all your ingredients are room temperature. So I'll stick this right in. There's our first.
Oh, it's also worth acknowledging. I did see someone in chat say it is David Wenham. Wenham? I think it's Wenham. The actor who played Faramir. It's his 60th birthday today, so it's also Gondor Day, I guess.
You two should definitely start a food vlog channel. I mean, you have everything ready in caps and measured.
I know.
Thanks for me.
All I have is bacon sitting. You know what? I'm gonna be proactive. I'm going to get stuff out while they're.
I mean,
Like, yeah.
don't feel bad, Aiden. I have my green dragon ale here.
Oh man, You know what? I'm gonna get a drink as well. I'm gonna
As you
pour
should.
myself a glass of apple cider. I think Shiv muted, so I'll.
Use the blender to turn it off so I don't blow people's ears out.
I mean, that's a part of the experience.
Um,
All right, I'm getting myself some apple cider. Oh yeah.
What's the next step?
All right, so you're gonna put half of your dry ingredients. First wrong one. First you're gonna mix in your sugar, and I'm gonna have to go and turn this thing on again. Here we go.
Oh, and Harry, I got some sea salt milk chocolate caramels that my folks picked up when they were in England a couple weeks ago.
You definitely have to have that for tea then.
Yeah,
With tea, yeah.
I've got this set aside, so in case I get ravenous. But I think my potatoes might be done. I just had my alarm go off.
Ooh, we'll switch
So-
cams.
Let's see. Oh boy, jeez. Okay. It's looking like it's potato time. These actually look pretty. Oh, it buckled a little bit, but we saved them. It's not a very high quality pan. My glass is completely fogged up. So yeah, those actually look so good. I don't know if they're cooked all the way through, but
Take a fork or a knife and put it inside.
oh my gosh, this is why I need to be cooking on stream. I need this kind of advice because I have no clue. All right.
That's why I'm here. I'm on advice duty.
Okay, so I put a fork in it. What am I supposed to get from that?
So if you can put it in and it's soft and then it falls down, then it's ready like to be mashed. If you can't even put it in, it needs to be a bit more down. And if it's not boiled, if it's not falling from the fork or the knife, then it's a bit there. Like, what do you want to do with them exactly?
Well, I'm gonna cut them in half, scoop out the insides, put them in this bowl. I need to.
I'm not okay.
I should have been
Then,
cooking the bacon. Well, these are gonna cool. I'll cook the bacon while it's cooling.
Okay, yeah.
So
don't worry.
So here's what it looks like. I'll put the fork in, and you tell me from your screen.
Bring it closer to the camera because I can see it.
I can't move the camera; it's gonna fall over.
No. Put one potato in a plate or something and bring it closer.
Okay. Hold on.
Should we do our next step?
Yeah, go for it. This is gonna take me a while.
So now we're going to be putting in eggs.
Oh, geez, this is a hot potato. I should make an adage about that.
Okay, now that Harry switched the cameras, please. I can see what Aiden is doing.
I think I need to put it in. I'm not sure if they're cooked all the way. I'm gonna give it a little bit.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna give it like 10 more minutes. And if it burns, well, that's on brand. Okay. Also, could someone please remind me to turn off the oven at the end of the stream? I'm really bad at remembering to do that. Okay. 10 more minutes. I'm going to start cooking the bacon. Did you stab the potatoes before putting them in the oven? Was I supposed to do that?
I mean, it could help. I don't do this.
Yeah, probably would have helped for venting. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right.
Well, stab them now. Maybe it could help now.
Okay.
Since you're
I'll stab them now, but I'm too lazy to take them out of the oven, so this is going to be a little bit of a. Oh, these are pretty soft. Some of them. Oh, that one's good. Man, my hand is starting to feel very hot. Okay. Yow. These actually are pretty soft. 10 minutes might be overkill. I'm just going to play by ear. Calm down with a refreshing glass of apple cider.
So what's next on our agenda here?
We're going to add in your dry ingredient.
I think I might have burnt my fingers. All right, what does the audience think? Should I cook the bacon in a pan or should I bake it? Inconclusive. All right, I'm gonna. I don't know what would be easier. I'll bake the bacon. Does anyone know how to bake bacon?
Don't you normally use a pan for bacon?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Should I cook it in a pan, or should I just put it on a tray and cook it in an air fryer?
Well, if you want it to be tastier, then a pan normally works. Just need a bit of
Alright.
butter and then slap it in a pan. 5-6 minutes.
I know how
Or
to
skillet. Bernadette
Yeah,
says, "Do you have a skillet?"
Yeah, I can cook it in a pan. It's just going to take longer. I've got to.
Northy says fried in pan, and David says fried is better. So it looks like frying in the pan
Alright.
is the option.
That's the direction we're heading in then.
What's next on our agenda?
We are putting in our half a cup of milk. If you don't have milk, you can actually use coffee creamer and cut it in half with water.
Man, I'm so proud I had the foresight to thaw the bacon out before the stream today.
The
Most
gift
of the
of
time.
foresight from Manuel.
Mm-hmm. Usually I don't. Usually I'm not good at planning ahead. All right.
Yeah, me too.
Do I touch the pan to know when it's hot? I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, do you put some type of oil in? You can just put your hand very
Well, I feel like
close to the pan, but not on the pan. And if you feel the heat coming up and you think it's hot enough, you can drop it in. Or if you want to cook the bacon on oil, you will see it get a bit wrinkly. Or if you want to cook it in butter, you will see it get.
I mean, I think the bacon is probably fatty enough that I don't know if I need
Yeah,
any
sure.
oil. Or
I don't
something.
think you need it either. Depends on the type of the pan you have. I mean, if it's a non-stick one, it won't need it at all. But if it's a very sticky pan, it might need it a bit. I mean, I know from experience, not very good one, trying to get bacon out of a very sticky pan. It didn't went well. So it really
All right.
depends on your pan.
Well, we'll figure it out as we go along.
Yeah.
I love the difference in not preparation, but one, I think Shiv and Kylie are doing it, step by step, and in Hobbit style, Aiden is just going with the flow. And I think both ways are equally as entertaining, which I think
we
is
gotta
really fun as well.
we gotta have a mix of it. Oh man, this
I should have made popcorns for this.
Looks like right now we're adding lemon zest, if I'm mistaken.
lemon zest. Oh boy, you're on another level. You said you were gonna burn your kitchen down. I think it's gonna be me who does it. Oh
I
boy.
mean, she's cheating. She has help. You have
Bacon is
my
way
God.
too thawed.
David says butter helps it slightly brown/crisp.
Mm.
And
Oscar.
who doesn't like potatoes? I just saw the comment from Priscilla. Like, oh my God, Samuel's Gamgee would be terrorized by the statement.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna need to wash my hands like a million times.
Priscilla says both kitchens are clean and organized. Kitchen goals. And I agree too.
There's just nothing in mine at the moment. It's just that, hey, buddy, come on, don't mess with my tripod. This little guy trying to mess with the tripod. Hey. Okay. You go on. I need to wash my hands. Tales of the Shire on difficult. Yeah, this is like the cooking mechanic, but with real stakes. I'm inviting Sandy Man over. Oh shoot, I forgot. We've got a little fan we bought for our kitchen
Mhm.
because there's no ventilation.
Aiden, should we start off with? I think I got quite an interesting question to
Yeah.
us for Hobbit Day. Out of the 4 hobbits, which hobbit out of the 4 does everybody in the stream and also in the chat relate to the most? That's of course Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin. What does everybody think?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Sam, but not so much for like the because I'm unwaveringly loyal, but like because like especially in the books, I feel like Sam is very often like he doesn't really know what's going on and he's in very over his head, but he's just like whatever. I'll just try to figure it out. And that's kind of how I feel. Most water to render the fat of the bacon. Okay.
Shiv, what about you? And of course Kylie as well.
I think I.
All right. We're throwing water in.
Shiv, I think you're muted.
Some Pippin.
So you're Pippin. Nice.
I don't know. I feel like the water's making it worse. It's bubbling a lot more now.
If so, to balance it out, maybe add a bit more butter so it gets more fat.
Oh no. Oh, it's so soupy now. All right. Hold on.
I think we're on the step of putting it in the pan.
Just make sure you grease your pan right.
It's time for a little improvisation. Kitchen origami.
So it looks like Kylie's putting it in the, I think it's a pan or tray, the mixture. And then Katie says, depends on the day. If I'm in a bad way, I feel close to Frodo or feeling for others. If I'm event coordinating or doing stuff for my planting pony community, a shout out to them, by the way, then Merry. That's nice. And then Priscilla says, Merry for sure.
I'm the secret 5th option because I'm too bored to
Wow.
walk all the time. So I want to join you.
Ah, shoot!
Oh, what's going on
Potatoes.
there?
I forgot they were in there. All right, well,
Oh no!
hopefully they're good now. Yeah, they don't look too burnt. All right. Okay. I did a little kitchen origami. I made a grease tray. Dump my grease into so it doesn't go into the sink. It's a little tip at home. Hold on.
So we're not supposed to pour in the grease into the plumbing and get it stuck.
I mean, I'm renting, so.
It's next to those.
We put
Shiv and
ours-
Kylie, how's it going on your guys' side?
We're good. We just poured our mixture into our well-greased pan after we added our lemon zest, and we're going to put it in the oven 350 for about 50 to 60 minutes.
And we came prepared, so we have a baked one ready to go. We're kind of like a cooking show. So.
Oh, what? No.
So she's about to show the uniced. So this is the one we did this morning.
Holy cow. What am I going to do for the next hour?
We're gonna pop.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to carry the conversation.
And I think now we're going to be making the icing, which does it have? Oh, it uses lemon juice.
Yes,
Oh.
it does. So the icing has a cup of powdered sugar, and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. You can use more if you like. And if you don't have lemon juice, but you have lemon extract, that's also totally fine. Should work.
Oh, fork test.
So that is exactly right. We're stealing all the Food Network tricks.
Yeah, me too.
I think, and then as the cooking is both going along well, I think another question for Hobbit A, what's everyone's favorite chapters from the Hobbit? We'll start off with the Hobbit. What as those two are cooking, V, do you want to start off first? That's also to the chat as well.
I don't remember actually like the names of the chapters because first I only know them in their Greek names. So I can tell you about what's happening probably in the chapter from
Yeah,
The Hobbit. My
sounds good.
favorite one was the one in Rivendell with all the poems and the songs from the uh, elves to make fun of the dwarves and all that. So I totally don't remember the title, but it's still one of my favorite. I was one of the reasons I really liked The Hobbit was because of the provided songs and because it was the first one I read of Tolkien, so of course that was my introduction to his uh, song and stuff, singing and stuff. So yeah, that was.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Aiden, you favorite Hob chapter?
I'm still a sucker for the troll chapter, the chapter of the trolls. That was my favorite chapter as a kid, mostly because it was usually the farthest I would get when I would try reading it. I would get to the troll chapter and then I would give up. But I don't know. I really like the chapter. I think it's just a fun moment in the book. It's a fun predicament. I also like it in the movie as well, but I think it's just a very quintessential adventure moment. And the trolls are very fun characters. And I like monsters and creatures. I think monsters and creatures are very fun.
I agree. For me, I think the Riddles in the Dark chapter, the higher, I think the first interaction, just for that sets out for the whole Legendarium as well, is one for me. Yeah, I think V's gone for a short rest, but she'll be back, no doubt. And I think we got both now side by side, so we could see both cams quite well, which is very nice.
My kitchen did look nice at the beginning. It's only gonna get worse. I'm just getting started.
I think my favorite chapter was when Bilbo had his dialogue with Smaug while he was trying to find the Arkenstone.
That's a good one.
Very good. Yeah. And I think to also mention, we did get some submissions from you guys as well, which was really nice. So we'll also be pulling those up on the stream. I'll see if I can get one up now.
If I look.
Hi, my name is Abby. I've been a Tolkien fan for 13 years. This is my Tolkien map of Arizona, and these are my pumpkin bread loaves for the world's largest second breakfast. Hi, my name is Abby. I've been.
So thank you, Abby, for that
Nice.
submission. I think it's
Thank
really
you,
nice
Abby.
to see. So go, Aiden, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying thank you. Sorry, you can keep going.
So yeah, I'll say thank you, Abby, for that, and it's nice to see from the community people sharing it in. So if you want to send something, then send it to our email info@virtualfans.com. It's the link in the live chat. So yeah, thank you
I'll
for
be
that.
back. I was called out, and then I had technical difficulties with my phone. So
That's
yeah,
fine.
technology doesn't really like me, to be honest. But I know I'm just a simple hobbit.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
so this is very ugly bacon, but we're gonna. This is smoking a lot. Okay. Get ready for the fire alarm. It'll go off at some point. Oh boy. Come on, man. Why are you not working? There we go. Yeah, so it's ugly bacon, but the good thing is that we're just going to cut it up into pieces and little bits, so it doesn't really matter how it looks. Oh boy.
Count the times that Aiden says, "Oh boy."
I'm going to go open a window, just in case. Be right back.
That's fine. And then in the meantime, Kylie and Shiv, how's it going on your end? That's looking very, very nice. Shiv, are you guys able to unmute?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep, can hear you now.
Oh,
Them and
okay.
their blender.
We'll show it to the camera. So we have the first one done. So we iced it and put some lemon zest on there. And we have the other one in the oven right now. So maybe by the end of the stream we'll have two.
You're eating well today.
Oh
Mail
yeah.
something great, please.
Cake for lunch.
Well, at least you might have a lunch by the end of this. I don't know if there'll be anything left of mine. Alright, let's start getting other ingredients out.
Successful transfer to the other plate.
We've got a few people from chat saying already, it looks beautiful. Kylie looks tasty. Need a piece of that. And make me hungry. So it looks like you guys are doing a smashing job so far.
Yeah,
And-
good job, you guys.
Yep. Oh, of course, Aiden, you're doing an amazing job as well with the bacon. Oh, looking
Don't
crisp.
worry, Aiden. You're doing fine as well.
I'm almost done with the bacon. After that, it'll be a little easier.
I think while we're here, we can also now, in this intermediary period, also go to some of the news recently. So I'll be start to share some of that for the Rings of Power. Maybe while they're cooking. Actually, no. Looks like Shiv's available as well.
Yeah, I can talk. I mean,
Cool.
it's not gonna burn the house down yet. I mean, I'll have an early warning system.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like we have the actors for Gimli and Gerda for the Rings of Power. So I'm just going to share this 1 second. So our two Gerda and Gimli, of course, the children of King Durin. So it's kind of what do you think this means for a time jump? And also, Ferdold quickly says that he's making T-bone steak and mashed potatoes. Sounds nice.
Send us a video. We'll throw it up on the thing.
Yeah.
Send us a contribution.
And David also says, Aiden, you can smash the potatoes and fry the chunks in the bacon fat. So there you go.
I could.
But
That's one option.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Shiv, your thoughts? We've got Gerda and Gimli in season 3. I think you're muted again, Shiv.
Can you hear me now?
Them and that blender, I'm telling you.
That's crazy. It looks like they're like teenager age, so that's a pretty significant time jump. Seems like maybe 10 years from when we last saw them.
And I think,
Yeah.
like,
I was gonna say, I mean, I think honestly, what the showrunners did was pretty smart and not. We've never seen the kids up until now. Like they've always been off screen or wearing helmets. So I think that shows a lot of foresight on their part in knowing that they wanted them to be characters later, but they didn't want to have to recast them. So it's honestly kind of interesting to know that like they probably had the time jump in mind all the way back since season 1. Otherwise, they probably would have had child actors. But I don't know.
And I wonder if we get to see children, will you also be seeing Jiren's brother as well, potentially? So what I look like, I think you have so of
You're a
the
little hard to hear right now, Harry.
apologies,
Yeah.
apologies. So you have thoughts
Can
on
you
this?
repeat that? Can you repeat what you were saying about from the actors? Like you were saying
So do
something
you
in the
think
end.
we'll see Duran's brother as well?
I mean, we have to. They built that up at the end of season 2, and we are expecting to see some kind of a civil dispute over the inheritance of the kingdom between Durin and his brother. So it could be quite interesting. Also, I think I don't remember exactly. His Durin brothers older, which would make it even more interesting because usually the older brother is the one that inherits the throne. So we will have to wait and see.
I kind of think Durin's brother will inherit the throne because he's already said he's not going to accept a ring. So I think that the brother will accept the throne and he'll take the ring. Perhaps.
Northy wonders if they have a speaking role / play a part in the Duran's conflict.
I imagine they will. I mean, I think that if they've been cast, they probably will have some significance. All right.
I mean, apart from building more the family life of Durin and giving us a bit more like insight and Casa Dune and how's life there, which is really important for those type of shows. I think it's really essential for middle-aged shows in general to share the real life and to give us a glimpse of how it would actually feel to have a royal family in Casa Dune. Apart from that, I think they have a role to play as well because we are also talking about their inheritance of the throne, especially for the son of Durin. It really is important to see only and who maybe we would see him also try to take the throne or make sure his father take the throne so that he can take it as well. So it would be pretty interesting to see if they will decide to get them involved more.
Fair enough, fair enough. And also, we have this. One moment.
All right. Green onion coming up.
Feels like we're in the praising pony and Hayden is preparing for our hour.
What?
I said it feels like we're in the praising pony and you're preparing for rush hour, but now we are seeing the sneak peek
Yeah.
that we got from the first
Oh
episode.
yeah. This video was awesome.
It says sneak peeks. So, what other characters would you guys like to see sneak peeks from? And also, um, that's clearly Elendil there as well.
I think this is all a lead up. I think they're doing sneak peeks, and we're gonna start seeing characters little by little. Maybe we'll see Galadriel next, maybe Elrond. We already saw a little Sauron teaser. And I think the final teaser, if Celeborn is going to be in this next season, I think that's how they do it. Is they slowly start doing character teasers, and then the final one, boom, Celeborn is going to be in the season.
I don't think they will give him away like that. Maybe they will have a male character interact with Galadriel, and we will try to speculate who that is, and like a voice heard or something like that. But nothing too specific to give away that is Celeborn if we have Celeborn, which we should have Celeborn in the season. And also,
Could be.
I agree with Scylla very, very much.
Seems like each teaser has like an item with a character, right? So we got Narsil with Elendil, the crown with potentially Sauron. So I wonder if we'll get. I was just thinking of someone. Shoot, maybe Farazan with
The scepter.
the scepter.
We could get the rings.
The rings, yeah.
Gil-galad with the ring or with Aeglos?
Yeah.
Two, I think, you could get. Or with both of them.
And I think, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
And I think
Yeah.
as a little sneak peek for next Second Age show next Sunday, we will be discussing a little bit about Sauron as well. So hopefully, I know Priscilla just says I enjoy Fair Sauron far too much. So yeah, we'll see. We've got some interesting stuff around that and those whereabouts. So yeah, tune in next week. It's this time next Sunday, and we'll be discussing that as well. But that's the Second Age show, and we're currently on our Hobbit Day live stream. So let's get back to the cooking as well, whilst we talk about Rings of Power. So yeah, Aiden, little update for us, how it's going?
Just chopped the green onions, chopping up some bacon now. I don't know if I need all of it. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm not using any measuring techniques. Cup of bacon, half a cup of bacon, I don't know. I'm just going to cut up some bacon and throw it in. So we'll see.
That's the Hobbit way.
It's very crispy. I think I'm just going to eat this whole piece. It turned out all right.
Yeah.
I can just scoop out the potatoes here. I'm just waiting for them to cool a bit more. But I got some ingredients. And I'm just going to throw in some milk, shredded cheese, sour cream, and butter. And we're just going to see how it ends up.
Nice. And I think we've got an update from Kylie's side and Shiv as well, which is looking very, very nice. And some people...
man.
Yep, go ahead.
I was just saying, yeah, that looks so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Feeling hungry at this moment.
David thinks that a next one could be Thea with Galadriel's sword, which is interesting. Priscilla hopes we'll see Círdan again. And then, yeah, Katie
I hope we
wants
see
more of Gil-galad.
I mean,
And-
Círdan could show up with a ring as well. So
It's true. I mean, I think he'll have to be in the next season in some capacity. At least.
Yeah. And Aiden, Northie asks, are you mixing in some cheese with the bacon and onions?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Got it right here. I'm going to mix in some cheese with the spread. And then when I bake them again, I'm going to sprinkle cheese over the top so it gets melty. And then maybe I'll garnish some green onion on at the end. I don't know. Let's see how I'm feeling. Now, I'm going to see how these potatoes are feeling. See if I can cut one open or if I'm going to burn my hand. I'm burning my hand a little bit, so I'm going to try. That's all I can do. exactly how I want to go about this.
Looks like
Oh.
another cake has 30 minutes left of baking.
Oh man, that's sliced through perfectly. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cooked these. I baked. Well, the first bake was good. They're twice baked, so we still have a chance to mess it up. But if we were going for once baked potatoes, we'd be done. But we're not going for once baked potatoes.
Now
We're
you're
gonna
gonna
bake these.
have
We're gonna
some.
bake these suckers twice. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And before I baked these, I lathered them in olive oil and I sprinkled sea salt on them. So they're pretty good. I mean, I haven't. Yeah, there's sea salt on them. Ooh, they're tasty. So let's get a plate out. I'm gonna start moving some of them.
I think we're gonna make people jealous and take a slice out of our cake.
Man,
Go for it.
that is
All right.
that is gonna make me jealous. Oh,
Definitely.
this sea salt is so good. These skins are gonna be. I'm burning my hand though.
And I think
Right.
whilst we're discussing all this, we have received some set pictures of a set from Minley Woods, which I'm going to quickly share here. And my first thoughts is this has. Do you think it could be either on the west coast of Numenor, or we're going back to Pelagia? It reminds me of like a Pelagia structure.
We've been seeing a lot of ruins.
Yeah.
Although, like a lot
Yeah.
of set pics, it seems like they're filming in a lot of like ruins and stuff. So that's kind of interesting.
And this picture was thanks to, just so I make sure to credit, it's in Midley Woods and from James Burton. And then David Roberts says people in the FF Discord will be happy to hear the update on Second Age show. Of course, we know how much everybody loves that, so we try. Yeah, I'm excited for next week.
We'll give an
Are they-
update, but you guys are getting the exclusive since you're here. So now you know
Yeah.
before anyone else.
There you go. There you go. And on Kylie's
Oh.
cam, we're seeing them cut into it, and then Aries says lembas cake with crystallized maple syrup.
This would be good.
All right, we have hollowed out. One potato is hollowed. Soon to be home for a delicious mashed potato center thing.
We've got all cams up on display now, so we can see it side by side.
I think the full display with the runes as well was nice. And here is me doing nothing, just drinking my beer and judging the boys.
I mean, I feel
Not
like that's a
just
pretty
me.
important part of Hobbit Day.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not judging Kylie because she knows what she's doing.
I know what I'm doing, more or less, or less.
Oh, that looks delicious.
For some Bilbo cake.
I mean,
Mm.
I think Bilbo would definitely serve that in his house. Probably one of those cakes that got demolished by the dwarves when they were visiting him for the first time and eating everything in his pantry.
Then this recipe, and put it in the chat and This is great.
All right.
We also, whilst you're eating that delicious cake, we could be discussing who three do we have here. I know it's a really blurry photo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's clearly Galadriel and Arondir, and I've heard some people speculate they think the third person is Theo.
Mm.
I think, and also some people are saying that actually, though, these are their stunt doubles. I don't know, because some people are saying this is not Morphic, but looks
think-
like
Yeah, I think
Galadriel costume.
Morfit's one is definitely a stunt double, but I think that might be
Yeah,
Theo on the right, which is interesting.
yeah, and also we know that Arondir's actor, oh, I forget his name.
Ismael Cruz Cordova.
Yeah, Ismail is doing a lot of his stunt on his own, anyways, or all of his stunts. So maybe we have the stunt doubles for Morphic and Ismail and Theo are doing their own stunt. Could be that.
Could be.
But I do think in the background here we do see the back of Ishmael, which is
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I
Enjoyable.
think is. I was kind of theorizing about this because I noted that if they are doing Celeborn in season 3, as many people have speculated, I think it would make sense for Theo to be with Galadriel. So far, he's the only character in the show who has been involved in a conversation surrounding Celeborn. So I almost wonder if they're setting Theo up to be the person who reunites them. Like maybe he meets Celeborn somewhere, and because Galadriel shared that story, he knows who he is. I can see them maybe going that route.
interesting. Mm.
That's a nice theory for sure. Maybe he joins Galadriel in a quest or something like that, but I don't know because geographically, based on the ending of season 2, they're in very, very different regions. Theo is still
They
in
are,
Larger, and
but it's a.
Galadriel is in Rivendell, but they're doing a time jump as well, so we
I
will.
mean, they've showed us in the show before that you can go across the entire continent in a day. So
Yeah, that's for sure.
if there's a time jump, they could be anywhere. Kermit.
Dee and Kylie, how's it tasting? I think you're muted.
They're muted again.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Oh no, we can't again.
No.
Can you
Hello?
can you hear us now?
Yes, we can. We can.
Yeah,
I'm going for seconds, so you know that's good.
It's very lemony. He loves lemon, so
I mean, you have to go for seconds. It's the world's largest second breakfast, so you gotta have two.
Wish we could share it with people.
Mm.
Only downside of being virtual.
Yeah.
I mean, you at least provided the recipe. That's more than I'm gonna do.
yeah.
I don't even know if I'll be able to make this again. I'm just playing it by ear.
Mm-hmm. And we have a few more plot discussions. David says Theo might have to be out in the woods and the Ents tell him of Celeborn. Interesting. And
That could
Norky
be
says,
interesting.
after rewatching the show lately, I definitely think Galadriel and Arondir could pair up together to venture a field/part of the plot.
I think a
Yeah.
team up between them is overdue. It's gonna happen at some point.
I mean, if they're gonna be based in Rivendell from now on, they could be scouts for it, and just go and scout around the surrounding areas of Rivendell, and maybe that's where they bump into Celeborn.
They could also maybe they get sent to the Greenwood.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
they get sent on a scouting mission to get reinforcements from the elves in the Greenwood, like Orifer and Thranduil, and maybe
or maybe
Celeborn's
it's
there.
Lorien, so that we can see Lorien as well, being
Mm-hmm.
built or not built exactly, but governed by them.
It could be. It could be.
Aiden, how long left do we have on your one?
I don't know. I mean, I gotta make the mixture, put it in, and then I gotta bake it twice. I don't know how long I have to bake it the second time. I think I did write down notes for that.
I
At least
mean,
I think it's
you already baked them. I think the twice baked it refers to the first bake you did to get them stuffed, and then the second bake is the filled in potato skins with the mashed
yeah.
potatoes that you
You
make.
fill the skins, and then
Yeah.
you put them in the oven one more time just to set everything, melt the cheese.
Mm.
It's
I think
not
10
as
minutes
long of a bake.
would do to crisp them up, basically. So like
Yeah.
10 minutes, it's not gonna be long.
Just gotta finish scooping these potatoes. If the stream goes too long, we can end it before they're done. I mean, I'll try to go as fast as I can. Maybe
I
I'll
think.
just have to.
Is there anything anyone would like to discuss as well? Shiv, Kylie V, around Hobbit Day, Lord of the Rings, all that stuff, Rings of Power.
I mean, in honor of Hobbit Day, maybe we could discuss how everyone was introduced to Tolkien,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I think we also have another video we could play.
Oh yes, I'll get that video up in a few moments. But yeah, no. In the meantime, if I pull up, I think from the professor himself. Really like this quote 'cause I think it perfectly encapsulates, hobbits and what the day means, and just, how despite these ordinary folk were able to go, well, a few of them to go and save the world, and I think it's a nice foretelling of that, and just to be a good person as well. So yep, that's really nice. And also, what I'll do now is I'll pull up the second video.
For Hobbit Day, I made for the world's largest second breakfast for Hobbit Day, I made a dessert. These are Golden Grahams s'mores bars. They're like Rice Krispie treats, but with Golden Grahams as the base, and you add some chocolate. So it's going to be really sweet, but it'll be really good. For the world's largest second breakfast for Hobbit Day, I made a dessert. These are Golden Grahams s'mores bars. They're like Rice Krispie treats, but with Golden Grahams as the base, and you add some chocolate. So it's going to be really sweet, but it'll be really good.
Sweet. Thank you, Jason. That was a submission from my good friend Jason. He's a Cosmere YouTuber. So if you're interested in like Brandon Sanderson or like any of those books, he makes lore breakdown videos. His channel is Jasonian. He's on YouTube.
Nice. No, thank you for that. That looked really, really delicious as well. God, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I agree with Nofty. This is I already eaten, and this is making me hungry again. I feel the same, Nofty. Honestly, I ate just before the stream, and I'm already thinking my next trip to the kitchen.
Yep, definitely. And Katie said, I'm so glad I've got food on the way with all this delicious looking fare. Agreed. Hope that's delicious as well. So I think we'll go on to Aiden camp for a bit because he's still cooking, and do you want to talk through what the process is now and what's next?
Yeah, so right now I'm just hollowing out potato skins, scooping out the innards, the filthy little innards, and putting them in a bowl. And then I'm going to basically make a sort of mashed potato mixture. And then I will then reinsert the filling into the empty potato skins, and we will put them back in the oven, bake them, set them, eat them, boil, mash them, stick them in a stew, all that goodness.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, but it's a little tricky because I'm trying not to break the skins, but I'm also trying to get as much potatoy goodness out as I can. Quickly running out of room on my tray here. But I've only got 3 left. I made quite a few because my family's doing a little dinner party tonight for Hobbit Day as well. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. I'm making this for the stream, and then later I'll bring it over and use it for another Hobbit party.
Nice. It looks like you're celebrating the day well, which is good to see.
Oh
And-
yeah, I'm stoked.
Mhm. And I think in the meantime, I'm trying to see what other news we had. So, of course, we had. I'm not going to go back to this again, but
Guess we got a bigger bowl.
it's interesting because it does say sneak peeks, and I know we've already had a guess on what the next ones could be. And Ada, some appreciation. You're doing great. I certainly couldn't cook live on stream. So there you go.
Yeah, it's a little stressful,
Mhm.
but that's very
I-
kind of you.
Do you guys
But-
think that Elendil is going to meet an Arion this season? Shiv, we haven't heard from you in a bit. What do you think? Do you think this is teasing that potentially? I think you're muted again.
Shiv.
Hello?
Hello. No, we could hear you then. We could hear you.
Oh, you can hear me? Okay.
Yep.
It seems to, whenever I mute and unmute, it gets stuck muted. I don't know why. Yeah, so I think based on how the last season ended with him heading towards Promised Land, if you will, I think there's a good chance to see him
Mhm.
reunite with his son.
And I wonder when him and Isildur would end up meeting. I wonder, do you guys think it will be season 3? Or do you think they'll be separated again for most of the season?
I
I'm
think
also
they'll be
thinking-
separated at the start, but I hope they'd get reunited.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of like screen time and how much we saw of Numenor in the first 2 seasons, whether we'll have enough time for that. Because of course I'm guessing Isildur's would be going back to Armenelos. So
Well, he
And
did
Cap-
ride back with Kemen, so that's probably where he's going.
yeah. It would be interesting if we even see Elendil there again, or even if Elendil and Miriel will reunite.
All right. They've all been cored. Now it's time to make the filling. And unfortunately, I think I need a bigger bowl. So I just dirtied a bowl for nothing. Hate to see it. I'll go ahead and do this. I did want to comment that I really appreciate that they're starting sneak peeks now. It felt like in season 2 and 1, especially season 2, there was very little social media buildup leading up to the season. Like they kind of just were radio silent, and then all of a sudden, hey guys, we're back. So the fact that they're already posting promo and stuff like that really makes me excited that the social media admins aren't going to forsake us this time. And it'll give us a lot of fun stuff to talk about on the lead up.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. And yeah, they've started much earlier than the previous 2 seasons, which is nice to see, as you mentioned. So yeah, hopefully that can lead to more streams and discussions. And I think, of course, Aiden, are you said you filled up the have you put the mash in yet?
No, I'm making the mash now. I've
Making
just
the mash
finished
now.
I just finished coring them. So real
Nice.
quick, I'm gonna soften some butter in the microwave. An indiscriminate amount of butter, an indiscriminate amount of sour cream. Like I said, I'm unfortunately not going to be measuring anything.
Very American.
So I'm just shooting from the hip, and we're going to see if it works.
And as Northy said, you're correct. The show seems to be engaging much more, which is very nice. Very nice to
Yes.
see.
I'm really excited to see where this will go and if we will have more engagement with the actors before the season as well. Like pre-season interviews, like we had in season 1, I think we had more than in season 2 compared to season 2. And Aiden is just banging stuff in his kitchen.
Sorry.
That's so yeah, it will be very interesting to see also if they will announce sooner the release date and the premiere and all that stuff. Because they seem to get quite ahead compared to last time, and I wonder if they will do announcements about the in-season details, like Rivendell, as shown here, if we will see any pics beforehand, or if they will wait to do the reveal in season, or if they will inform us for any new characters or not. So that would be interesting to see how they will go about their promo campaign this time.
That is a good question because so far they haven't really shown anything new. They just showed us things we've already seen before, maybe a little bit of hints, but it would be cool if they. Oh, we have a potato masher. Yes. Okay. I'll just go ahead and mash this. Yeah, it will be cool to see if they show us anything new, anything we haven't seen before. I think that would help build excitement a lot. Especially casting announcements. How long did it take for them to reveal Círdan's actor? That was pretty soon. That was pretty. Like, not a lot of time was left before the season came out that they finally announced that, right?
Yeah, we knew about the casting and we had speculations beforehand, but we didn't know who was playing who until like I think a few weeks before the season dropped. Yeah.
I mean, obviously we know that Jamie Campbell Bower has been cast in this season, but I'm curious if they're going to tell us who, or if we're just going to have to wait for the season to come out to find out.
I'm doing a mic check. Does this sound any better?
Yeah, Shiv, you finished cooking. You got to carry the conversation here. I'm in the trenches.
Yeah, I feel like my built-in microphone was not working well. It was like staying muted, so I'm now using my headset microphone as a handheld microphone. We'll see if this works.
I mean, I can hear you.
Cool. Yeah, I was trying to say, but I guess I was muted. I think my biggest complaint with promotional side of things with Amazon was how little we got. So seeing we're getting a teaser this early, like what is it, like a year before it's going to come out? Maybe even.
Presumably, maybe even more. I mean, we don't know.
Yes. So I'm definitely grateful they're giving us some teasers. It kind of reminds me of like what we see with other shows like House of the Dragon, etc. We get teasers for shows like that well in advance, and even uh, the HBO Harry Potter, they're like proactively showing set photos and stuff like that, which I feel like, yeah, they're kind of following suit with other shows. Superman as well. I feel like we got a lot of glimpses into the Superman characters well before that was released.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they do. I hope they do more promotion stuff. I know that like sometimes the series goes along, they start caring a little bit less and less, especially for like red carpet events and such. But like, I hope they keep doing stuff like that because it's just fun.
Yeah, I agree.
mean, definitely, and we have a lot of years ahead. And despite having a stable audience, there isn't, I think, a very interactive stable audience. There are definitely people watching the show, but not so interactive in social media. So I believe it's time to build that more, since they are trying to build for more seasons and for more years, and possibly promotion of material later. Merch, such as merch and stuff, probably would release much later. So they have to build that a bit, in my opinion. And also the excuse that there would be backlash and stuff like that. I mean, there is already a lot of backlash from people who don't like the show, but I think it's getting less and less as it goes by. So people that actually enjoy the show can come forward and enjoy the promotional season of it, because it's also part of the show to now have promotion stuff. Oh, the cake. Yeah.
Cake Camp. Figured I'd show that for a second.
Nice.
Oh wow, man, you guys are. I need to finish mine. I'm just putting seasonings in it, but it's just about mashed. Put a little bit of garlic powder, some salt and pepper.
I believe in you, Aiden. You got this.
It turns out all right.
I also got a new One Ring to roll them all. It's a custom made.
We're gonna taste test it.
Out. Back.
Okay.
Oop.
Maybe a little more salt. You know what? Put sea salt in it.
Okay, this
Perfectly timed.
is one of my favorites. Got a lot of faulty stuff. I'm happy with that.
All right. Made pretty good mashed potatoes. I didn't measure anything, but they actually taste pretty good. You'll just have to take my word for it, I guess. Maybe they taste horrible. Maybe I'm just lying. Except I'm not, because they are really good.
As well, he's
Yeah.
eating the map.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Final step. Sorry. I promise we'll get these done at some point. They're pretty good.
I'll try to give you some theme music for a second.
All right. I'm gonna bring these here so that it's a little more interactive. So, hey, Kermit. All right. Let's get it done. Okay, speed run filling these potato skins.
No, he doesn't have a bowl to bang the spoon to get it out.
All right. We're so close to the end of our journey. Thanks to everyone who showed up for the stream today. It's been really awesome getting to hang out, talk about Tolkien, and just kind of commemorate Hobbit Day. It's been a blast.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty amazing to get to do that and celebrate Hobbit Day every year in a different way, for sure. I think it's been a while since we've done something big. So it was definitely amazing. So kudos to Aiden for brainstorming something to eat while streaming.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. If it's
Definitely
edible.
a good idea. So let's get to like Tolkien stuff. So, Chip, how you got introduced to Tolkien? This story's out while the message is getting carried on little latest.
Oh, were you asking how we got into Tolkien?
Yeah.
Cool. I guess I can start here. I had a kind of weird introduction. In between the first movie coming out and before the Two Towers came out, I was in middle school, I think, and I was in music class, and our conductor made a Lord of the Rings medley. So we were learning this epic music, and I was like, "What the heck is this? It sounds amazing!" And then from there, my friends showed me the first movie. We did like a sleepover and watched it, and I was like, "All right, I'm hooked." And after that, I grabbed The Hobbit, the books, started reading, and I got to go to the midnight premieres of Two Towers and Return of the King. So I'm glad I was alive and at the right age to experience those in theaters. But yeah, it was music that got me into Tolkien. So Howard Shore, I have to thank for that.
That's so relatable. Howard's the GOAT.
So interesting. Nice.
How about you, V?
So also kind of weird story. I was like 11, 12 years old, and for some reason at that time I was reading books about the period in Greece in between the two world wars. So we call them that period Mesopolemos, which basically means in between wars. So it was, I mean, they were appropriate for my age, but they were pretty big. They were like about kids and how they survived. Oh, yeah, the match.
They're finished.
Then my mother bought me The Hobbit, and it seemed pretty childish to me, so I refused to read it for like a year. And when I had finished every book that we had in the house, and I was asking for new books, she refused to buy me any new books unless I finished the Hobbit. So out of spite, I ended up finishing it in one afternoon and then asking for the trilogy and other Tolkien books. So yeah, I wasted a year reading everything around my library except the Hobbit.
Wow, that's awesome. And how about you, Aiden, as you come to the home stretch with those potatoes?
Yeah, I just got to put cheese on them. I'm running out of cheese. And then they'll go in the oven, and once they're out, they'll be done. So I am so excited to almost be done. But yeah, no, I'm pretty much a lifelong Tolkien fan. My family, my grandma especially, was really into Tolkien, and so basically, since I was a child, I just grew up playing with Lord of the Rings action figures and decorations and little like knickknacks and stuff. So I kind of known about it as long as I've been alive. I wasn't like a super fan until I got older, but I was still pretty into it. I mean, I kind of forget, but we were watching Family Home Videos at my folks' place a while back, and I used to make these. We couldn't really afford a lot of toys, and so I used to make these little like paper action figures. I would like draw and like cut out and play with them. I had all the Lord of the Rings guys. So no, I've been in the Tolkien train since day one, pretty much, and it's not slowing down anytime soon.
Nice.
What about you, fearless leader Harry? As I finish and put these in the oven.
Firstly, I wanted to share. So go ahead.
I'm
Yep.
just putting them in the oven.
Northie shared that she was gifted the Hobbit book by her mum. That's very nice. And then saw the films as well, and of course Howard Shaw's music. Mine's again very simple. My dad read to me The Hobbit, then since then just fell in love with it all. Tried to read the Silmarillion next to the Lord of the Rings. Really bad idea. Gave that back to the library, and then after a while, going to start reading the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I didn't read the Silmarillion until I was 20, 19 maybe. I can't remember.
I read it
I
at
think I was-
40.
I could barely read it, so I had to use the Corey Olson Silmarillion Seminar podcast to get through each chapter because I was like, Melkor had turned into Morgoth. Like, what does this mean? So having him kind of explain it saved me because I was so confused.
See, I read it when I was
Well-
19, but I didn't understand a lot. It wasn't until I did the Prancing Pony podcast guide when I used to be a delivery driver for a sandwich restaurant. And every time I would take deliveries, I would just listen to it in my car.
That's awesome.
I mean, I borrowed it from the local library at 14 and read it. Basically, it reminded me a lot of Greek mythology, and because we get taught that at 7 or 8 in Greece, it didn't strike me as weird. People changing names and gods having 3 or 4 names. It's quite regular, actually. And of course, I read it in Greek, so it was at my level. Understandably, they didn't do a very good job at putting it in old Greek because I think the Silmarillion in English is a bit weird because of the language. So for me, it was just my first language and made it a bit more easier.
Huh.
I'm trying to
Never
read it. in
thought about
English.
that.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, they have some parts in the Greek translation that they are using older versions of Greek to make it appear older, and uh, characteristically, they do it in the trilogy. You read about Isildur and the text that Isildur has written, but the rest of the book is quite in modern Greek, so it's not that huge of a deal. I mean, I understood that when I picked up the Silmarillion in English, and it was quite different than the English I found. So yeah, a bit fabulously.
Yeah. That's awesome. Are there any other let me look over my I think I made a list here. Are there any other T-Rock news? Oh, I don't know if this goes into the realm of spoilers. I don't even know if this is real or not, but there was a work listing that went out for Charles Edwards a few days ago, where he was listed as being involved in Rings of Power Season 3. I'm not sure if this was a mistake or if this is legit, but either way, like, it's interesting to speculate about. Do you think that Celebrimbor is going to show up in Season 3 in some, like, flashback or maybe a mangled corpse?
A banner,
Only in
perhaps?
the nightmares.
I mean,
In the night, in the nightmares of Alatar, he will come and get him.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it would be interesting for him to come back. I'd love to see him again. Charles Edwards is one of my favorite parts of the show. I think his actor does. Not his actor. Charles Edwards is the actor, but Celebrimbor, he just does a phenomenal job, and I don't think he would be back in a major aspect, but it would still be fun to see him again.
Oh yeah. I wonder if he'll be. What if they use him as like flashbacks, similar to like, I get, dare I say, like Star Wars, not like necessarily Force Ghosts, but like how Luke kind of goes back to Obi-Wan. Like, I wonder if they could kind of use that angle for one of the elves. Like, I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make sense because
I almost feel like he would more of show up as like haunting Sauron. Like he would see images of him or something. I really hope they don't go the Shadow of Mordor route where they have him become like a wraith.
Oh,
that would be not good. But I don't know. Stranger things have happened. Yeah, exactly, Northy. They would have to balance it, right? Because otherwise you just undermine his departure. But no, I would like to see him again. I think he would be a fun addition to have back on the team, even just for a little bit.
I mean, like, I definitely use him in flashbacks, or like we can see the elves honor him some way. That would be able like to go in flashbacks from there, or maybe just the banner, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, speaking of actors showing up in projects or having revealed projects, did you see that headline that came out a few days ago about the guy who played Largo? Was that his name? Largo Brandyfoot, Nori's dad. He's going to be in the next. He's going to be in the next Game of Thrones, apparently.
Dylan Smith.
Yeah.
Not Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, they put it in a very weird way. He hasn't been in the show in season 1, and they made it seem like he was maybe Lord of the Rings for House of the Dragon, but I don't think that's the case, obviously, if the Harfoots ever show up again.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is I think he would come back to the show if they meet up again. But that's something I'm honestly curious about. And I've heard some people speculate, but I'm curious what your thoughts are. Do you think that the Harfoots aren't going to be in season 3? I've heard some people, I mean, both seasons 1 and 2, unfortunately, a lot of the like criticism online from a lot of people has been the Harfoots are fun. They add to the feeling of Tolkien, but they ultimately take away from the show, the pacing, because they're just completely disconnected and it just hurts the runtime. I mean, my opinion on it is that if you had 12 episodes, sure, throw the Harfoots in. But the problem is that with how little screen time every plot is able to be given, to have a predominant storyline, and Gandalf will probably become an important part later on, so it's fine to have that, but it's just curious now, especially that Gandalf has split from the Harfoots, like whether or not they're going to even be in the next season. Because if the only plot for the Harfoots now is discovering the Shire, you don't really need to give them 3 more seasons of build up for that. Like Gandalf, yeah, you can give Gandalf 3 more seasons. I fully expect Gandalf will be in season 3, but kind of like in was it Game of Thrones did a season like that we've talked about where the Bran storyline, he just wasn't in a whole season. He was just completely absent from it. And some people have thought like, is season 3 Rings of Power like Bran storyline season where and in both cases, like the Bran storyline was the one that people complained about a lot in Game of Thrones. It's like takes away from the screen time. We want to see other things. It's kind of disconnected. Do you think this is the moment where they do that with the Harfoots, where they kind of plop them out for a moment and then put them back in season 4?
Yeah, I could see that. What I could see happening too is towards the end of the series, maybe like as they get closer to the Shire, they might show the hobbits more. But maybe what we'll get is one of the seasons before the final season, potentially a bottle episode, which could be interesting, where it's just Harfoot focused, but like I don't know, season 4 maybe just a random episode where there's like events going on near them, or they hear of events, but it's kind of like moving the plot forward, but without having it front and center. I think that could be cool, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, even in season 3, I could see a reality where they're in it, like because the Shire is in Eriador. That's where Sauron's army is. So maybe the Harfoots accidentally find themselves in the middle of a battlefield, and they're like trying to navigate hiding from like the 2 armies that are fighting. And I could see that, but I don't know if they'll do it.
I mean, supposedly the Harfoots and the Hobbits don't reach the Shire until the middle of the 3rd age, so I don't think we are actively gonna see the building of the Shire, but at some point I believe that they're gonna fund the or they're gonna meet the Hobbits, the branch that lives by the river, and Smeagol is part of them. So maybe they will be that.
Yeah,
but
I see a timeline crunch. I personally think that they are going to have the Shire get developed at the end of the season, or at least maybe just like do like a montage where they find the valley and then it like shows the sun like moving forward in the sky a bunch of times and like shows what it looks like. Because I don't know. I mean, they have the rights to The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. There's nothing. There's nothing stated so far that says they can't jump into the 3rd age. Like in this next season, if they wanted to, they could do a full-on Elendil grabs the Palantir and sees a flash forward of Aragorn at Minas Tirith. They could do that. They legally can film that and do that because they have the rights to those stories and those chapters. They just aren't because they've been focused on the 2nd age. So I mean, like, even if they wanted to, like, if they want to do, you know, Durin's Bane destroys Khazad-dûm, if they want to do the Shire's founded, you know, everyone says, oh, those are 3rd age stories. They could do it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the 5th season is going to look like. Maybe the Battle of the Last Alliance ends episode 6, and then 7 and 8 are flash forward stories. I don't know. They really could do whatever they want.
If they did a spin-off of those stories and have like single season shows to like build the Shire, during Spain, and some of the other events of season of the 3rd age. Personally, I would prefer that. Because like, okay, timeline compression, but slow down a bit sometimes. I mean, okay. I don't know. Like, I could see the Harfoots coming up again, just not for a bunch of time, like they were in season 1.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I struggle. I'm not a Harfoot hater. I want to make that clear because I know that's a very contentious point in the fandom. Is people who like and don't like the Harfoots, but it is hard because like now that Gandalf has split from them, I really do struggle finding any like argument as to why they should still be in the show. You know, I mean, like it's made sense up until now. They're building up Gandalf. He's obviously going to be a big character, which makes sense because And again, I know people are upset that Gandalf's even in the show. I think that's fine. I think that you know, a show about rings of power and the 3 elven ring bearers, it makes sense for them to be the main characters. Gandalf, spoiler alert, he's going to get an elven ring of power later on. I think it makes sense to have him as a prominent character in the series and focus on that and build him up and explain why he gets the ring, why he is the best of the 5 Astari, why he's the only one who completes his mission, what makes Gandalf different from the other Astari, what makes him special. I think that's a fine story to explore, but the Harfoots had their part in it, which I thought was a really cool part, especially because it adds that context as to why Gandalf has such a connection to the Hobbits. But it is like, where do you go with it now? What do the Harfoots do? I mean, they're looking for the... Oh, what's the name of the... what do they call it? They used an Old English word for the Shire.
I don't remember that. But I
can't
remember what you're
when they were in
saying. But
Yeah, it was when they're in the Stour village. She tells Nori the prophecy of like, we're going to find this area known as this, which literally translates to the Shire. So, that's obviously their 5-season arc. I don't see them doing anything else. Hobbits don't do anything else in the Second Age. So it's like... But
that's why I'm telling you that I think we will see them again when they reach the river, because we saw them with that other tribe, and there are 3 tribes of hobbits. I don't remember the names right now. Of proto-hobbits, I should say.
Harfoots, Stours,
yeah, so we have to see the 3rd one, which I think is the river one. Suzat.
The Suzat, yes. Also, Harry, I'm having one of the English chocolates.
How is it?
It's actually really good. It's like a little chocolate ball filled with sea salt and caramel.
Ooh, tastes nice.
Oh, nice.
Well, I've got 4 minutes left on in the oven, and then they'll be done. Shiv, you blew me out of the water.
Well, let's add some insult to injury. We have the second cake ready, so we can show that.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, we're almost at 2 hours, and Aiden is still baking potatoes, and Chip already has.
Oh my gosh! It's taken me an hour and 42 minutes to make baked potatoes, and I started early. I started baking them before the stream even started. I already had they were already in the oven for like 30 minutes before we started the stream.
I mean, the potatoes take a lot.
That's so sad. Why did it take me that long? Ugh, and it might even take longer. I'm debating broiling them. I think that'd be cool, but it depends on how brown the cheese gets on top.
Someone has to get. Oh yeah, Ash.
Oh boy.
All right, we have Kylie on camera now, preparing the next cake.
So what are you going to do with your cakes, Shiv? Are you just going to eat them? Or are you taking them anywhere?
So her parents are getting the lucky second cake, but I'm probably going to eat this entire cake when the stream ends. So good.
Yeah, I feel that. My oven doesn't even have a keep warm setting. Dang it. Well, I guess I'll ask you this, Shiv. What are you most excited about for season 3?
I'm going to say probably, well, this is making a huge assumption that we get another character prologue. I seem to really love those. Like, I loved season 1's prologue. It was amazing. Season 2, seeing Sauron, the transformation, like, I love that. So, really excited to see what they do, if they do it, for season 3, like which character they pick and where that leads. But Yeah, those. I just. I don't know. Ever since seeing the two trees, I've been like hooked on the prologues.
The season 1 prologue, I think, is still the best part of the show. Like, full stop. Like, that is, it's so good. I mean, because it's like, how do you tell the story of the First Age in 5 minutes? And they did it. They did a decent job. They skip over everything, but I think they still did a good job of summarizing it.
You know why I love the prologue and what they included it in? I love it because I saw someone else say it, like it's not my idea, but when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, they're so right. It it reads like Galadriel explaining to Melian why the elves got in Midland,
Yes.
and it's
Yes, I
so
saw that.
painful when you think about it. Like she lays out so many stuff. She doesn't explain what the elves did wrong. She doesn't explain what she did wrong, because Galadriel in the first age, spoiler alert, she's a bad bitch. I mean, she gets shit done. She wants to rule the world, and she can do it. She's the smartest elf in the room after Fianor. So she leaves so many stuff out to explain to Melian why they came to Middle-earth. And it seems to make sense, but at the same time, you know that something is missing. And that's why the prologue works so well in the idea of Silmarillion and First Stage, despite them not having anything. So it's nice to think that that's how she told the story to Melian. So when I read that theory, yeah, I was like, yeah, makes
That's
sense,
such a cool
makes a
thought.
lot of sense. Yeah. So kudos to whoever thought the theory, and if the writers actually thought of that in order to write the prologue, I mean, kudos to them as well.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's one of the things that bothers me so much about the show is like I think there are a lot of things like that that the writers do really spend a lot of time and consideration thinking about, and they don't always get the credit they deserve for it. Like they do know a lot of the second like age story. The problem is like that I struggle with is people are like, oh, they don't know the story, they're ignoring the lore. Every time they ignore the lore or they change something, it's done very deliberately. They made an active decision to do so. It's not like,
Yeah.
oh, whoops, we didn't realize that there wasn't a Silmarillion up in a tree. No, they know where all the they know where all the Silmarils are. They know where they go. They said that for a reason or a story or because it's an apocryphal myth that some people believe. I mean, I think it's
Yeah.
probably uh, pretty reasonable to suggest that not every elf knows what happened to all three Silmarils. And
I mean, I was very much a defender of that story when it happened, and I think I spoke about it in a second age show, because the whole premise of the Silmarillion is that it's a bunch of myths. Basically, they are not. There are different versions of each story, and no one really knows the exact story except from very few elves that were involved in it. And I think that was the intention of Tolkien as well, in general, with Silmarillion, to make um, a compiled myth story and a mythology, basically, to represent England because they didn't have one or whatever. And if you look at other mythologies that are real world mythologies, like the Greeks and the Romans and the Scandinavians, the Norse mythologies, that actually the Norse are the ones that Tolkien took most inspiration from. There are many different versions of the same myths, and some of those versions have survived better than others. And we know that some other existed, and we have like half stories of them. I mean, one of my favorite Greek myths has three different versions that we know of, uh, at least that I know of. So it's very much a reality to have different events and different explanations for a lot of things. And I think that's why it would always work, whatever you choose to tell us. I mean, you choose one version of the myth or you create one yourself, because that also happens to myths a lot. Like when you go mouth by mouth, everyone puts their own spin on the myth.
Yeah.
So that's why I really love the idea of doing um, doing like the second aids, because that's the aids that we know the least amount of stuff, and we have the most versions of. So you can't really go wrong with storytelling. I mean, okay, you do the timeline compression, and this is actually very wrong, but you also translate the media from book to TV, and it's very different and very difficult to do it. So it's justifiable the amount of changes they have gotten. Sure, some things won't, no one will like everything. I mean, I have a lot of stuff that I don't like about the show, but I love the idea that they're basically creating their own myths inside of it, that, and they're trying to say their own story, because that's what a living mythology is to me. So yeah.
Hmm. No, that's very well said. It also just it feeds into the Tolkien quote, "The other minds and hands." I mean, he recognized the idea that other people would tell stories. I think that's the thing that drives me crazy is Rings of Power is never claiming to be the like official telling of the Second Age. It is just a telling. It is a adaptation of it. Like there is no point where the writers have said, this is how it actually happened, this is the canonized version. No, they just said it's their telling of the story. And there's also that one quote, they get misquoted all the time, when that whole, we're trying to tell the story that Tolkien never wrote, where people are like, oh, they're trying to say they're rewriting Tolkien. No, they're saying that they have to fill in gaps, which Tolkien didn't write it. There's a lot of things in the Second Age that aren't written. We don't know the in-betweens. So, like, I don't know. I disagree with that, but I think your point and your message was very well said, and that's really how I feel about the show too. I'm done.
Woo.
I have
Yay!
Sam's after all this time. Sam's twice baked potatoes. I don't know how good they look on screen, but these things look pretty good. I mean, I don't know. They're kind of getting blown out by the color, but oh man, these things look
Wait,
really
I'm
tasty.
gonna think about it.
I'm actually super excited about how they turned out. They look really good. I'm done. I'll try a bite. I don't know if I'll burn my tongue eating one. I'm just gonna try to see.
If you want, we could ice our cake so it lets you cool down for a second.
Yeah, why don't we? Yeah, why don't you show us how you do that? I'll let it cool for a second, but oh, I'm done.
Right. Aiden's done, and we're about to be done as well.
Stanley says it's a lot of potatoes. Yeah, it is a lot of potatoes, and I'm eating them all myself. I'm just kidding. I'm making them for a party. I'm going to. Because I'll count real quick while you're doing that. 16 potatoes. So, yeah. No, it doesn't. It counts as 16. They do look really good. I'm really excited to. I don't know if I can wait for them to cool. I want to just try one. I'm trying to like isolate one of the ugly ones, because if I'm taking them over to a party, I want to have all the pretty ones.
I mean, they're gonna be eaten.
Well, yeah, but I
Or I
like
guess you can
presentation
keep one or
matters.
two to eat later, I guess.
All right, it looks like our cake is done. back over to Aiden's camera now. We have completed.
Nicely done. All right. I've managed to isolate from the very middle because, of course, the ugliest one was all the way in the exact center. But here is, oh my gosh, the lighting is.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I have to take a peek for.
Wait.
No. Done.
All right. We have Samwise Gamgee's Twice Baked Potato, which just looks like a bunch of mush on screen. I promise they look. Also, you know what, Shiv, you have access to the behind the scenes stuff right now, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna send a photo to the Discord. If you want to go ahead and throw that up, because that'll be the best.
Yeah.
The best shot of it you're gonna get. Okay, I'm gonna
We can
DM this.
make posts after the stream as well. I've already made
Yes.
a couple during the stream.
Okay.
What do you call the cake? Do we have a post of the cake?
Bilbo's tea cake or something.
Oh yeah, Bilbo's tea cake. I can put the recipe in the chat in a second. Just pulling up Aiden's
Okay.
photo.
I'm gonna go ahead and taste test it.
Ooh, that does look good.
Yeah, they look better on the camera than they do on the live stream. Yeah, look at that. Peep that. I made that without measuring anything. And they taste actually really good.
Yeah, that looks great.
Wow. These are really tasty. Oh, the skin is good too. Oh, man.
Crispy?
I'm gonna have to
Ooh.
take a photo of ours too, so we'll have comparison photos.
Wow. I'm actually feeling really happy now. I was worried this was not going to turn out good because I was just flying by the seat of my pants. Those are really good. It's too bad the party I'm going to is in like 4 hours. I need to find a way to keep them warm.
I mean, leave them in the oven with the door closed, and
My
heat
oven
it
doesn't
a
have a
bit.
setting.
What?
I might just have to take it over because it's at my parents' house, so I might just take it over there early and just see if I can put it in their oven. But
Yeah, maybe make them preheat the oven and close it, and then put them in so that they get warm.
oh man, that was a rousing success. I don't like to gloat very much, but these turned out really good.
Okay, then we know that we will make you make them if we ever meet in person and have
Yeah,
a
when we
Hobbit party.
when we do the eventual Fellowship of Fans meetup, I'll make them.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think I'm going to also make this, although I'm not going to do it on the stream. I'll do it later. But it's a peach and cream tart thing. It's just
Ooh.
frozen, so it's not really worth making on
Oh,
stream.
okay.
All you do is just throw it in the oven. But just so you know everything that's going down at the Hobbit party.
Nice.
Wow. This is good. That garlic powder was a smart move, Aiden. Thank you, Aiden.
Oh yeah, we are at 2 hours of stream.
It took me 2 hours to make potatoes. All right. Now we got. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Got that. I got
Yeah.
one more photo.
That is lovely. That is. Oh, that is lovely. That is. Through the flavor.
So we got our
Good job, guys.
We
Oh,
did
man.
it 2 hours later.
We did it. I think
And they still have
this is
beer
a
for some reason. But yeah.
and V's beer. Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah. Green Dragon Ale. So good.
All right. Well, I think that's a pretty good place to end it. I mean, we did it. We didn't burn our kitchens down. Shiv finished cooking in the first 15 minutes, but
I had help.
I know next year if we do this again, I'll have my wife help me cook. Not that she likes to, but we'll at least have
She
two.
will be a behind the scenes person.
I think that was the thing that took the longest was just like the prep time. It took like 30 minutes just to scoop out all the potato stuff. So I think having one more person, I probably could have done it quicker. I'm just not
Or
very
maybe bake
fast or
them
nimble with
earlier.
extras. But thank you to everybody who joined our world's largest second breakfast stream. I don't know if we can legally call it the world's largest. We had like 4 or 5 food items. But Shiv, you're on the other side of the country, so it's at least, and V, you're all the way outside the country. So
In
yeah,
another
it is it's the world's largest. It
Yeah.
spans the whole world. So screw it. World's largest second breakfast. Thank you to everybody who showed up and participated. Those of you who sent in submissions or hung out with us in the chat. It was a lot of fun. Trying something a little different, shake up the formula a bit. And thank you, Shiv and V, for participating, and to Harry as well, who's had to step away. He kind of slipped away quietly in the night while nobody was paying attention. But thank you for all your help and humoring me setting this up. It was a lot of fun. So I'm glad for everyone who participated. Shiv and V, I don't know if you have anything you'd like to impart with us before we leave.
For me, I just want to thank you for organizing this. This was a lot of fun, and hopefully next year we'll have it grow a little bit more. Now that people see what this is all about, well, I'm sure we'll get more submissions next time. And
That's the good part. See, if you start too big, you can't ever go past it. So now we just need to get 3 submissions next year, and we've already
exponential growth.
Yeah.
50% bigger already.
Thank you, Aiden, for organizing this. And I hope next year I won't be in between movings and stuff and
Yeah.
life-changing events. So I will be able to cook something, maybe, hopefully. So and
Hey,
thanks
whoever's
to everyone.
brave enough. I don't know if I'm brave enough to do it again next year because it's going to take 2 hours.
I mean, I will start the prep earlier if I'm making anything. So
I
we will
tried
see.
to. I thought I was so on top of it. I had the potatoes cooking in the oven for 30 minutes before the stream. I was like, oh yeah, that'll. Could you imagine if I didn't? We'd still have 40 more
Oh
minutes
my
to
god.
go. Anyway,
Imagine also though.
well,
Cheers
thank you again.
to everyone.
Yeah,
Happy
cheers.
day tomorrow.
Happy Hobbit Day. I don't have any drink left, but happy Hobbit Day. That was awesome. All right, we'll see you. I think Harry said next Sunday we've got a Second Age show. For those of you unfamiliar, Second Age show is our leaks and updates. We've got some fun new tidbits and details to share, exclusives about season 2. So be sure to come hang out with us next Sunday, and we'll have some fun Rings of Power updates for everyone. But that'll do it for the stream. Happy Hobbit release day today, and happy Hobbit day tomorrow. And that's all I have to say. All right.